Hi, this is Smitty from 60cards.com. You're listening to another episode of the Metacall. This is a blue-green Vengevine Architect deck I made. The point is to cheat everything in as fast as you can, just a lot of ramp to try to do the most insane plays possible in a single turn. It starts off fast with birds and Hedron crabs on the one drop. Hedron's just used solely, well, not solely, because he mills Vengevines, so you can cheat them in turn 2, turn 3, or at any point in the game. Also, it plays off Architect. It's a 1/3, so it blocks some Goblin Guides. It'll block a few creatures, and Vamps. Um, Also, it's a 1/3 with Architect, so it can get in an extra damage. And it's a cheap Vengevine recurrence because it's a 1-drop. Sometimes you'll rip it off the top to recur your Vengevine's already in the yard. So that's kind of the point of the deck. You'll see the list on the site if you're watching this on YouTube, but it's right on the post. So this is the deck. It just tries to do crazy things. It runs Fauna Shamans the whole gig. Now this is a post sideboard game versus Vamps. Kraken Hatchling is good against aggro decks. Obviously, it's just like this play could be a turn 2 Vengevine here, because always play Hedron Crab on the second turn, by the way. So, because it counts as one of the cards cast, so if you do mill a Vengevine, then I could hit that Hatchling. So anyways, very keepable hands. A lot of gas, a lot of kind of combos going on because of the crab. Um, so he comes out pretty average for the Vamp deck. So we're just gonna mill ourselves here. We'll see if we hit Avenge. We don't. The reason I don't crack it right away is because I didn't want to get a blue and screw myself on green mana. But if there was a Vengevine there, I might have fetched the blue out solely to play Kraken Hatchling. Although you got to be careful of removal like Vendetta. See, he played it at the wrong time. So we mill, we miss. It doesn't always hit Vengevine. It doesn't matter. Crab is more than worth it. You should see the amount of times people kill the crab. It's just always a threat. Just one Vengevine recurrence for free, and it just buys you a turn or two. It just usually can win the game. So throw out a Cobra, throw out that for defense. Still got a lot of gas. Need a land off the top. But that's all you can do. This guy's gonna get big fast with this Viscera Seer and that Pawn of Ulamog. He's kind of a beast. Some card advantage going on there. So we rip it off the top, and that's the great thing about Cobra. Or the Worm Coils. You don't have to have the Architect to cheat him in. This is what, turn 4, and it's gonna come in and probably save this game. The game gets pretty close, but also, just so you know, there's so many videos I could show you already that it when okay, you could like turn 1 birds, turn 2 do the Hedron shenanigans, or turn 2 Cobra into a Grand Architect, and then the next turn you play another blue creature and just cheat in a Worm Coil. You got like 5 creatures on the board. It's just unstoppable. And then you can just like drop a Monument the next turn and finish the game. So it wins on like turn 4 a lot. It can grind games out to like turn 9 or 10 though, just because Vengevines and Monuments and Worm Coils buying you a few turns. So it's very versatile from early game to late, which makes it way better than another aggro deck like the White Weenie Quest, or I think it's far better than Vamps. So sorry, another 8-man starting. I'm running the deck. Made round 2. uh, so I played the Bailoth here, buy myself some turns. It's all gravy. He's got the 8/8. He's gonna start switching that blade around. Well, he gets that guy pretty big. I'm just going to take it here because I need the creatures. I got the Monument. What I'm going to try to do here is set up the Monument. So I want the Vengevine out to chump block, so he goes to the yard. Then I can play Monument. And then the next turn I can recur it with Cobra and Birds so that I would not lose the Monument. So that's what I'm setting up for the next 2 turns, because that's my only win condition at this point. So you really got to see your outs. You're not going to win beating on the ground against a bunch of 10/10s and however big this guy's going to get, especially when they keep getting creatures like that. It's kind of crazy. So I'm still on creatures. However, that is huge because I can drop the Cobra, get a creature, and play the Monument, and then next turn, hopefully rip it, just any creature off the top is probably fine. But I knew that, like, with pretty good confidence, because the deck has so many creatures, that I could rip a creature off to recur the Vengevine, which is why I'm chumping and throwing out a Monument here. I'm in defense mode still. All I need is a creature to win me the game. If I don't, I might lose. It would be very close, but I rip the creature. All those guys are pretty big, and it's just a perfect one with haste and everything. So I had only one Vengevine in the yard. That's usually all you need. Boom. I mean, there's so many creatures that Monument is really a great card in here, and just the fact you can cheat it out easy and do some really crazy plays with Architect makes Architect more than worth it. I mean, the Worm Coil and a Masticore's in here too. Even just those 5, fetch them up with Fauna, just have one in your hand. It makes Architect worth having in the entire deck. Plus, he's a semi-lord, so... Anyways, that's the deck. That's kind of what it does. It can come out way more insane than that, but that's a start. So I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Meta Call.